much for joining me. This is Anna from Craft Me a Card, and I'm crafting for the crafter, and that is you. This is the card we are going to be creating today. This is a digital image by Sherri Baldy. I love her little designs. They're perfect for coloring and adding to any card or project. I went ahead and I printed her and I colored her out using Copic markers, and I'll put in the description box the colors that I used. This cute card is going to be sent to my sister who lives about an hour and a half away from me, and I love her very much, so I thought it would be cute to send to her. First thing we're going to start off doing is creating this cute cloth banner that you see here. And by doing that, you just grab a piece of red cloth, cut it into triangles, and then you want to go ahead and burn the edges so that it won't fray. Look for some baker's twine, which you might have in your kitchen, and cut a little piece just long enough to fit the width of your card. Take your liquid glue and just the width of the banner, go ahead and dab glue onto the string. Take your little piece of banner and stick it on top of the string. Leaving a little space in between each little banner, go ahead and do this consecutively until your banner is of good width. Then by taking some ribbons, different colored ribbons, and even you can also use different widths of ribbon, go ahead and cut little strings about 3 inches long. So pull out 3 inches, cut, pull out 3 inches, cut. You're going to want some of these, at least 5 of each color. Next, you're going to tie these strings onto different places of the banner. Try to mix up the colors so that you have a uniform mix, if you will, of colors. This is just to give it a little bit of that vintage shabby chic look that we all love. Next, take a good pair of cloth scissors and trim off the edges of all these little strings. This is just to even out the ribbons so that you don't have some longer than others. We're just giving it a little trim, like a little haircut, if you will. Alrighty, let's move on to the actual card. We're going to do these layers. First, we're going to go ahead and cut a red layer 1/4 of an inch smaller than your card base. And I always do this. I always cut the inside of my base piece, and this is a part that is not going to be seen, and I could use it for another project. And it also helps to take away weight from the card. I go ahead and add some glue and glue it onto my card base. Then you're going to want to take another piece of cardstock, in this case it's white, and you're going to cut that 1/4 of an inch smaller than the red piece. And you're going to do the same thing with the next layer, which is pink. Cut the pink layer 1/4 of an inch smaller than the white cardstock. And this will give you a nice little edge around each of these layers. For the top layer, I thought it would be nice to bring out some of that red that the first layer has. And I found this pattern paper. It says, love, 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 love. Perfect for a Valentine's Day card, right? I just go ahead and I die cut it out and I add some liquid glue to the back of it and I center it on my card base. And it's time to add our little banner. And the way I like to do this, I just grab it, I place it, and with a pencil, I go and I mark kind of sort of where I want the banner to be placed, add some liquid glue, and then carefully add the banner onto the glue and just give it a little bit of time to set. Now for our main attraction, this little cute digital image, I am going to go ahead and place her on some like foam or sponge that came in some packaging, and because I'm going to be mailing this out, but yet I want that 3D look, I decided to add this little sponge that once you press on it, it becomes flat. Once you let go of it, it pops out. So I thought that this would be perfect for this little digital image to give it a nice 3D look. Just by adding some liquid glue before and after the sponge, I go ahead and I place it in the middle of my card, and it looks gorgeous. Recycling some of the things that you might get for free, it works great. In this case, you want to be careful that the image is wide enough to cover the sponge. Okie dokie, now let's go ahead and embellish it a little bit. I went ahead and I die cut some of these hearts out of glittery paper, and I placed a little bit of glue scattered around the card, and I went ahead and I placed these hearts on top of them. A quick way to pick up these hearts without fussing too much with them is you grab your tweezers, the end of your tweezers, the pencil, a pen, even a pin, and you grab a little bit of that glue and you pick up these little hearts. It just really helps in making it a lot easier for you to pick up small die cuts like this. Since I had 2 little hearts left over, I decided to place them on the top of the card, right in the middle. Alrighty, we are ready for our sentiment, this cute little love you here at the bottom corner. And for this, I took the love out of this die set, which is from Sizzix, and I cut it out of the glittery paper. And off of this die set, I took just the word you. And I cut the U out of this red, shiny metallic cardstock. By applying some glue on the back of this die cut, just go ahead and glue it onto the corner of the card. And for the U, I wanted it to be even, so I took the negative space of the die. I placed it to see where I wanted the U placed. I took some washi tape just to hold down that negative space that is only there to position the letters. And I added some glue to it and then simply pieced it together and added the YOU, and it helped me center it nicely and in a straight line. And then I just go ahead and lift the negative piece off of your project and you have a perfectly placed set of dies. This is a technique that you can use with any die, really. Just keep it in mind when you have words that have the letter separate like that. Go ahead and use the negative piece, and that'll help you place them perfectly onto where you need them. So looking at the card, I felt that the left-hand side of the card now was a little bare. So I decided to add these foam hearts, and these were from the Dollar Tree. Came in a pack, and I'm sure you can find them in many places that you use them to decorate many things. Just go ahead and add some liquid glue to the back and place them, and it makes the perfect embellishment. And this is our card. This is how it ended up. I am very content with this card. Quite happy with all the little glitter and all the little details it has. And I hope you get inspired, and I hope you create, and most importantly, I hope you are happy. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so, like and comment. And don't forget to hit that little notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Alrighty, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Happy crafting! Where's the end? Where are you, end? Where are you? There you are. Mother Wucker. What a jelly bean.